All good things must come to an end. This is almost the conclusion of all of the Blueberry Prologue videos that I have for you on this channel. But don't worry, we have other competitions to go through directly after. Tag team tactics, pixelated duels, and legendary victories. The things that you can expect from me on this channel. In January, I started videos to start learning how to play and competitively get better and good at double battling. And we are almost done with the first chapter of that grand adventure. If you guys don't know, I'm also on another quest as well to venture back pixel by pixel and catch them all before the Switch awakens. It is my goal to play, record, and stream every single Pokemon game before the release of the new game in 2025. Well, today, guys, I have a double-header series for you guys, as the last couple of videos of the Blueberry Prologue, and this first match is up against Sean, so let's go ahead into it and see how it went down. So fellow trainers, sync up your Pokemon, dust off your Game Boy Color link cables, and let's rewrite the battle history. And together, we'll pixelate the competition and carve our names into Poke folklore. My opponent is leading off with Lapras and Alolan Muck. Power of Alchemy is such a unique ability. When the opposition dies, it allows Muck to gain whatever particular ability that other opposing Pokemon has. However, I'm going to go ahead and Sucker Punch into my own Metagross, which is going to boost my physical attack because I'm going to trigger off my weakness policy. That priority allows me to knock out Muck without any issues because I'm not wanting to deal with any of those Power of Alchemy shenanigans. I do get a Moody boost here. It's not so great. The Lapras is going to go ahead and set up the Rain Dance as the Kingdra comes in. By the way, guys, if you enjoyed the music that we're kicking in today's show, drop a comment down below, and please look down at the description section. I have a really cool surprise to start adding lore to the channel, and I really want to know what you guys think. I definitely cannot say I've ever put this much effort into it. But that being said, let's go ahead and get back into this storybook battle. This Kingdra terastallizes into water, and I am absolutely mortified. Not only with Swift Swim, but having water and having that extra damage with terastallization is terrifying. Except my Metagross is also water terastallization, the best defensive typing I could possibly be in this situation. He goes for a Helping Hand as I go ahead and baton pass the boost that I got off the Moody into the Farigiraf, because Farigiraf is bulky. We've seen it do pretty well in the Blueberry Prologue and take hits. He goes for a Muddy Water, which I take phenomenally with Metagross. Do not get to accuracy drop, and a Psychic Fang straight up knocks this thing out. That weakness policy boost from that Sucker Punch was so crucial to get that huge threat out of the way. I will happily sacrifice my HP to get rid of a Swift Swim to Terastallize Water Kingdra. However, he has no respect for my Metagross, because Arcaladon comes in here, and that is his bridge to turn this whole thing around. Because Helping Hand Electro Shot, he doesn't have to charge because the rain's up, and he could just eviscerate my now water Metagross, which would normally be able to take this okay, I guess. I'm not sure why we go for Helping Hand into Metagross. I'm assuming that I'm to be faster and go for a Stomping Tantrum to end that thing's life. Unfortunately, this is a little bit faster Arcaladon than I would like it to be. And that is unfortunate. Because with my Psychic typing and my normal typing, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to Arcaladon. So I'm trying to come up with a way to wear down this Arcaladon and beat it down. Luckily, Smeargle is naturally faster. Go ahead and go for a Spore and put that thing asleep so I don't have to deal with it. But I can also boost up my damage with my Hyper Voice as Lapras decides to respond with a Weather Ball Water, which I take pretty well. We do boost the stamina of the Arcaladon, and we do get the third spray off on the Farigiraf. That extra damage is very important. However, both of these mons are incredibly bulky, as you can see here. Trying to decide what I want to go for. These Hyper Voices are not going to be enough to break Arcaladon, but I do kind of want to do damage to both of the opposition, as I feel like it will be the best way to wear them down. What I decide to do in the back is I have a Baton Pass that I can give here to Blaziken. I just need Lapras not to target down the Blaziken slot on the swap in. That's why I'm hoping he will target down Farigiraf and see Farigiraf as a bigger threat, but he doesn't. We do take that Weather Ball Water. I don't know how we take that, but we do take that. Even with the rain up, that is crazy, Blaziken. Not sure how we took that hit at all, but I'm not complaining. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Helping Hand into Blaziken. This thing, our Caladon stays asleep as we Helping Hand and destroy it with a close combat, but he outspeeds and wakes up. That close combat knocking out Lapras would have been very, very important. However, I'm not sure why or how our Caladon is far faster than Blaziken. You guys are going to have to let me know that in the comment section down below. But do remember, Retro does not know his speed tiers. I also may have passed incorrectly to Blaziken now that I think about it. So now I'm just left with Farigiraf and Smeargle, and these two are a dynamic duo. I do put the Arcaladon back to sleep, which is very, very helpful. He's going to stay asleep here. And the Weather Ball Water, I do have a Focus Sash, so I do live that on 1 HP. I don't understand how we barely took that with Smeargle. However, Blaziken, who is super effectively weak to it, in the rain, only took half. Yeah, I don't understand that one at all. So, the Moody doesn't help me at all, because now I don't have anything to Baton Pass into to swap to get any advantage whatsoever. So, I guess I just go for Sucker Punch. I just want to get damage off on our Caladon. It really doesn't help. And that Stamina, of course, is going to be too strong, and the normal and Psychic type attacks are not going to be enough to break this thing down, and Weather Ball is going to be able to take out Smeargle, and our Caladon easily can wake up and just knock me out. As you see, the Hyper Voice isn't doing enough damage to either one of them. That turn with Blaziken and then our Caladon being faster is really, really important. I'm not sure if it's like Scarfed or what. I have no idea. I could honestly see it being Scarfed, though. I've only seen Electro Shot, so that would make a little bit more sense. And very, very crucial to get that outspeed on the Blaziken so that Lapras could live to see another day. Realistically, though, taking out our Caladon instead of Lapras would have been much smarter, but it wakes up and now goes through the Electro Shot, and we can pretty much think that it is Choice Scarf. It's the only move that we've seen this entire game. So that Electro Shot, of course, is going to shock my hopes and dreams into oblivion, and that first game of this series is a loss. That is crazy, though. But let me tell you guys haven't even seen the main event yet. The main event is the second chapter of this battle, the second duel, the second fight. And let me tell you, it is a good one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Looking at this rank, though, for 5 battles and ranked 307 in the world for never playing doubles in my life for my very first singles or doubles challenge is not bad. So we're up against JD, and I want you guys to remember JD. Judgment Dragon. I want you guys to remember that. I want you to look at that Hydrapple on that opposing team. I want you to be terrified. We've got a Golurk, a Metagross, a Lapras, Hydrapple, Whimsicott, and Porygon Z. Looking at it, gonna bring Blaziken, Smeargle, Metagross, and Gothitelle. Metagross and Smeargle are pretty much the main core that I lead with because Sucker Punching and getting that weakness policy and then terastallizing into a defensive type like Water and being able to do a ton of damage is just super, super important. He leads off with Whimsicott, making me think he wants to go Tailwind into like Hyper Beam, but that really wouldn't do him any good because of the Focus Sash for Smeargle. So I'm not having any of those Tailwind shenanigans. I'm just going to go ahead and deal with that right off the bat. Go for a Fake Out. He freezes my Metagross right off the bat. That is so unfortunate. Ah, God, that would have been phenomenal to take hits from this thing. And I was just like, I must be battling Corey. A first turn freeze? Coming right after a loss? I am doomed, I swear. So, Helping Hand goes off, and I decide to Baton Pass this speed boost into Blaziken. Because Blaziken can now eviscerate Porygon Z from the map, except for Tailwind. I'm hoping that after the speed from that and then the speed boost from Blaziken that I could easily deal with this thing, but Tailwind is Prankster priority, so that's not even a thing. However, I don't really want to lower my physical attack at all, and I know I'm still frozen. He trades out Whimsicott thinking I'm going to go for it, and he would be incorrect. I could just Fire Punch and unfreeze my Blaziken, but it makes sense. He goes into Golurk, which gets burned on the opposing Fire Punch. I guess that pays you back for the Tri-Attack freeze. As he wanted to preserve that Whimsicott, I'm not sure why he just didn't Tailwind into Porygon Z. Maybe he was afraid that I would still outspeed after the speed boost and the Baton Pass that I've given. I'm not 100% sure there. But I bring in Smeargle, and let me tell you, I at any point could click close combat, but I just don't want to lower my defenses to take damage from burned Golurk. Because burned Golurk, even though it's burned, if I choose to take that drop with all my defenses, yeah, see, even burned Golurk still does way over half to Blaziken. So that is why we cannot close combat. And he knows that. So our defense raises sharply, and our speed drops. That is unfortunate. Blaziken really is in a position here where we need to knock out the Golurk. We are in Blaze range. We don't have Blaze because we have the other thing. So we have Speed Boost. We need to hit this Overheat, and then I would really like to put this Porygon Z to sleep just to give me another way. I thought he might swap it out, thinking I would knock it out as he goes out into Whimsicott, which is a really good play because of now he can handle the Spore. I'm pretty sure that Golurk isn't outspeeding anything even after the Tailwind, simply because I've already got too many speed boosts. So I'm not worried about that either. Burned Golurk, I need to get it to a range in which Overheat can knock it out so that I can easily bring in Gothitelle. Now this thing is burned. Gothitelle is super, super bulky, and other than dealing with a taunt, Gothitelle's not worried about anything, and I can just Heal Pulse Blaziken back up. And that's really the crucial thing that I need to do here, because there are some other Pokemon in the back in which I have to deal with. I have only seen the Whimsicott and the Golurk. So we can go ahead and knock, and the Porygon Z, which is at abysmal 0 health. But this Overheat hits on the first try, we Terastallize into Fire, we take out the Golurk, we don't have to worry about that. And that would mean the Heal Pulse will now bring Blaziken up to solid health. And you're going to be like, why did you do that? Well, I Terastallized into Fire so that I could take the Moonblast and also get the Heal Pulse off alongside another Speed Boost. While having the Fire and reducing my special attack with Overheat, I still have Close Combat with Helping Hand and Fire Punch with Helping Hand, which are super crucial in this particular circumstance, because now I take Moonblast way better from Whimsicott, and I can just sit here and Heal Pulse all day long. He sees that coming a mile away as he sets up a Tailwind, but I'm way too fast at this point. That Fire Punch eviscerates Porygon Z. Porygon Z is out of the way, and now I can easily take out this thing and go for another Heal Pulse, and just get Blaziken up to a nice, comfy, healthy thing there. He's going to bring in Hydrapple, and this is the bane of my existence. I'm thinking, okay, Grass Dragon, I don't know what I want to actually do to this thing. I forgot that he is not Terastallized all game. Now, there's Tailwind up, even though I am super, super fast, and then we have the same circumstance in which I don't want to go for close combat because Helping Hand Fickle Beam, if his attack goes all out, it'll easily knock me out. We decide to both go for the Helping Hand. Helping Hand, Terastallize Fire, Fire Punch doesn't do anything. And I also have the Rocky Helmet to contend with. Fickle Beam does not knock Gothitelle out, knocks it down to 65. I need a range in which I can knock this thing out with a close combat. Because my thing is, I don't know how well I take Moonblast being in fire after getting my defenses dropped. So I'm going to protect Gothitelle this turn, predicting him to just target Gothitelle down so that I can't heal up my Blaziken. So I'm going to take that opportunity to knock out his Whimsicott right here. And this turn right here, this series of turns, I'm just not sure why I won't click Helping Hand Close Combat. And I think the reason is if I click Helping Hand Close Combat, Blaziken doesn't kill Hydrapple. Hydrapple kills Blaziken, then Gothitelle cannot beat Hydrapple. It's just a very weird thing. That Helping Hand Fire Punch does bring it down nicely, Rocky Helmet, and then the Fickle Beam here is going to get targeted into Gothitelle, but this time it's an all-out attack, so that means Gothitelle unfortunately is going to fall. You know, he would have targeted Gothitelle, and then I easily could have KO'd him with Close Combat plus Fire Punch. But guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this crazy series of battles. I saved the best for last. I thought you guys would really like it. Let me know in the comment section below what you would have done. Do you think he would have targeted Blaziken down if I would have Helping Hand Close Combat? Do you think I would have killed? Do you think I should have gone for a different attack on this last turn, or should I gone for the Close Combat, put my hands in the fists of fate, and attacked directly? Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are incredible, and I'll see you guys in the next series, video, or battle. Take care, see ya, and power on, power off.